Today is Tuesday, June 12th, and this is episode 47 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast where we think we're good at puzzle games until we play against real Asians.
Dude, hey, I'm a real Asian.
Dude, whatever. Can you beat Japanese people at puzzle games?
No. But I can pwn your Caucasian ass.
Touché, sir.
That's right.
I am Tobin and
I am Yuzo Watanabe. We have a great week. We got Planet Puzzle League on the DS. We got the Overlord Demo, Pac Man Championship Edition on 360, as well as Forza 2 Motorsports. Or Forza Motorsports. Yes.
Oh, a racing game. That's awesome. Like a...
Dude, wait
Oh, sorry, my bad. All right, so new releases include Big Brain Academy on the Wii, Tenchu Z on the 360, and Prince of Persia Classic on Xbox Live Arcade. Oh, it's going to be glorious.
And we'll finish up with our site news, our community news, and of course we have some gaming culture for you. But let's get started with our featured game, Planet Puzzle League on the DS by Intelligent Systems.
Intelligence.
Beep, beep, boop, boop, beep. I don't know what kind of thing we can do for intelligence.
I like that we drink when we talk about intelligence.
Hey, man.
It's like this is the liquid opposite of intelligence.
Do you know what? We're just killing the slow and dead brain cell. That's all. All
That's
the
true.
ones rest are just going to make us smarter.
That's true. It's battle of the fittest in our heads.
Hell yeah. Survival.
Survival.
So, this is a fucking amazing puzzle game. I was really surprised.
We're in a really weird stage of the year where we're getting jack shit for games.
Pretty much.
But they're kind of good.
Some are.
Some are, but I mean,
Breakdown High, not so good.
No. But next week, I mean, we got diddly shit coming out, but it's good. It's like almost all good. So,
the two good games are coming out. There's still a lot of crap.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about next week.
I mean, some weeks we're talking about like 20 games and none of them were any good.
No, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, so this is Planet Puzzle League. What's the deal? Like, how does it work? What's the history behind this game?
So, I don't know the history, but it's kind of, it's like we talked about before. It's kind of Bejeweled. It's kind of Tetris. It's kind of, but it's not like anything I've ever played before.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So you've got this Tetris-looking board where these things, all the blocks are there, and the goal is to make 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But you're
3
just,
or 4 or 5.
Oh, right, sure.
More than 3, yeah.
Chains. And then you're basically just dragging horizontally. We talked last week, we said up and down, we're wrong.
Yeah, we're totally wrong.
So it's just horizontal, so you can drag them back and forth, and if there's a gap below them, they fall. And there's delays in there. So you drag, and then you can move to another one and drag before the other one falls, so you're kind of getting this...
You only have a certain amount of time, I noticed. So I think the whole point of the game, which I'm just starting to get the inkling of, is to chain combos.
Yeah.
Because the moment you chain combos, you can throw garbage to the other side if you're playing like doubles, things like that.
So it's like the old Tetris where if you got more than 2...
Exactly, yes. You get them. You get the Tetris, you give them 4 garbage blocks.
Yeah.
So a little bit about the history of the game. This game has been in its incarnation for a hell of a long time. So apparently it used to be called Tetris Attack on the old SNES.
Okay.
Back in the day. It had an incarnation on Nintendo 64. It had an incarnation on a number of things.
They have it on Game Boy?
I have not seen it on a Game Boy.
Okay.
I don't believe so. But they also had it as Pokemon Puzzle League on the N64, and that was the last time I heard of it.
Okay.
I don't think there was a GameCube.
You hear that, guys? Pokemon-themed games, go buy it.
That's what. What? But that's the whole thing. I mean, this game has been around for a long time, and guess what? It hasn't really changed.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of thing. You're matching the blocks, but you have you kind of do it. You make the blocks. They say, okay, I'm about to disappear. And then if you drag another block over, and then that falls and creates another thing, that's a chain.
Yeah.
Because if you do it and you just make another chain, like if you just knock 3 over somewhere else, it doesn't affect it.
Right. It's got to fall through the other one. It's got to be created.
Yeah, which is.
It's tough.
Yeah.
You got to wrap your head around it. It's definitely very challenging.
And I was like, okay, hey, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna go play on Wi-Fi. Give it a try. And I'm like, all right.
How'd that go?
It took a while to connect to somebody. First of all, I'm like, must be going to Japan or something. I don't know. And then I connect to somebody with all hiragana names.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Like, yeah, why not? And whatever. How good can they be?
Right.
How good?
How good could they be?
I they beat me in 5 seconds.
How's that even possible?
I mean, so the first thing I'm playing, I'm like, I'm not making any combos or anything.
Yeah.
I made 2 things. All of a sudden I see garbage that fills my entire screen.
So it's just like they had just done some ultra mega combo that just...
Exactly, yeah. So he did it. He beat me twice in 5 seconds. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to watch him play.
Yeah.
And I look at him, he goes, boop, and he gets all of the bars all the way to the top. And I can see him, and he's like, I see a little pause. Right?
Yeah.
And I see, boop, 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 boop. And he does that and he makes this 8 chain combo.
Wow. So, okay, I noticed that we watched that video on the net of some guy playing it really well, and I noticed that they're always like pushing that thing in the bottom to fill more blocks up. Like it's just like just fill it. They're not worried at all about it going off the screen.
Because if it hits the top, then your game's over.
Your game's over. But they just fucking play with fire. They just fill it all the way up, and they're just like.
And I think I think you have to do that because I notice when I play, I only have like 4 or 5 rows, and I'm like, you can't make that many combos.
No, you
but
can't
if it's
do it.
all the way to the top, you're like chain, and you get your ass kicked. Chain. Yeah.
So it's very addictive. I was playing, and I don't play puzzle games.
You don't freaking like puzzle games, and you like this one.
I was on the plane. I went to Pennsylvania this weekend.
But was it because you were stuck on the plane?
Yeah. Okay. But I'm just saying, I had several games with me, and I played this one more. It was either that or watching Sopranos. But
Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah, I heard about the finale.
Oh my god, the finale took a shit on my chest.
I haven't seen it.
Don't even. I'm not going to say anything. It's just everybody dies.
Oh, you freak!
That's not true.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I played it. I played a lot on the plane. I was really having a good time.
Wow. What did you do mostly? Because there's like 20,000 different modes you can do. There's garbage mode. There's clear the line mode. There's all sorts of stuff.
I was just kind of going for, like, I didn't even do versus. You were saying you were doing versus.
Wow.
I was just kind of trying to get better at it. Yeah, I was doing like endless. I was just trying to learn the patterns.
Yeah, so what I would really recommend you do is give it a try against the computer. Start out at beginner mode and just work your way up.
Yeah.
Because you can't complete unless you beat the computer, and you have 10 levels for each difficulty level.
Okay.
So you do that, you get better, and I learned a lot because to be able to beat the medium computer difficulty,
you get some skills.
Well,
yeah.
I was starting to change some stuff, and I'm like, ooh,
nice.
and it feels, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
You get the combos. Oh, and there's this other cool thing which I really like. They took an idea from brain training.
Yeah.
And they have this mode called Daily Play.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's like
I saw that. I didn't pick it on the menu.
If you pick it, you get 3 things. You get garbage mode, you get time trial, and you get score attack.
What a great idea.
You get 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And you just see how.
So what do they do? They track you over time, like how well you did?
Exactly. You have this little graph going on there, and I'm doing it every day now. And I'm like,
love it.
And you get better. And you can see your thing. The thing is like one of them's garbage mode.
Yeah.
And it's like 0, 0, 0. Oh, it sucks so
But then
bad.
it'll start going up a little bit eventually someday when you get some skills.
And maybe one day I will beat my my ancestors.
Yes.
That's
his countrymen.
Yes. It must be too much, American influence or something.
I really, for what it is, for being a puzzle game, I really don't have that many complaints. Like, I can't think of much. I think it's a really well made, and it's innovative enough that I'm just not like, this is the same old shit. And it's got online multiplayer, which we always rant
as long
about.
as you don't only can play against amazing Japanese players. I mean, I'm just kind of because I had that problem with Mario Kart 2. Anytime there was a name that just had Japanese characters, they just memorized everything. They were like doing everything.
It's like playing a machine.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get some friend codes hooked up. We'll get some people on NooBTooB. You should buy it. I saw it in Costco for like $20.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Super cheap.
It's very cheap.
It's awesome. And one other thing I wanted to mention about this game is, frack. Oh yes, that's right. I'm going to go out on a limb, and it's going to say it's the best puzzle game I've played.
Wow.
And you know how much
on
I love...
any platform ever?
Well, until, from now. Because what it was before was Luminous. Luminous was like my favorite puzzle game that I played, and I kept on going out to. Because I don't consider Geometry Wars a puzzle game, right? It's more...
No, it's not. It's not.
So this is probably... And I've never played it before.
You liked Hexic a lot, too.
I did, but I like this better. Wow. So everything about it...
So now there's no reason for you to own a PSP.
Well, if they do PSP Puzzle League, maybe.
Wow, so that's a bold statement.
That's the thing. I'm going to say it's the best puzzle game I've played.
Wow. Awesome.
The only thing that comes close is probably Magical Money Exchanger.
I've never heard of that one.
Dude, it was on the Neo Geo.
Wow.
It's like a whole bunch of coins, and it's one of those ones where you pull down, and then you push back up.
What?
And well, that's the thing. But you like pull down nickels, and
and
you match all the nickels. You get 5 nickels, it turns into a quarter.
Oh.
You get 5 pennies, turns into a nickel.
Weird.
But it's all in yen.
Yeah.
So it's
right. That is bizarre.
It's a great game. You gotta play it. We have it on our main box, so we can give it a try. But
all right.
Dude, amazing game.
Amazing game. Thumbs up.
Planet Puzzle
Good puzzle
League.
game.
Best game I've played on DS in a long freaking time, man.
We were kind of looking at some slack on the DS for a while, but that was fantastic.
And I was like, sat down, and I was like playing. I'm like, I'm just gonna give this a try. Like 3 hours later, I'm like, whoa, what the hell happened?
Yeah, that's the best, man. Any game that can make you lose yourself. That's what we play for. That's what we're looking for. Is those games.
I want to get in that state of. I don't know if it's like drug related or something like that, but you get in that state of mind, man.
Yeah,
big time.
You don't know if it's drug related.
I don't know if it's like that's how you
remember
feel
how
when you're
high you were when you were playing.
I never take it for stuff like that. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Use
a straight edge.
That's right. Nailed to the cross. The X, rather. The cross. No, not stigmata. More. Yeah. I was. Yeah, I'm real straight edge.
Just keep talking.
Yes. Okay, so
Every week, something to needle Christians.
yes.
Next game, Pac Man Championship Edition.
So speaking of games that that kind of get you into that mode, this game surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah.
So it's Pac-Man, but get this, it's made by the same guy that did the original Pac-Man.
The original Pac-Man guy.
He
fucking came back.
He came back. He says, I'm gonna go make another Pac-Man game, and then I'll retire after because I'm done."
Yeah. What's he done in the
impressive.
meantime? Do you know anything? Yeah.
Miss Pac-Man, Baby Pac-Man, Pac-Man Jr., Pac-Land,
Pizzle Pac,
3D Pac-Man,
Pac these nuts.
Super Pac-Man,
Yeah.
Pac-Mania. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff, but this game I think is really the true spiritual successor to the original Pac-Man.
You know what it felt like to me? It was like Pac-Man and Geometry Wars.
Exactly.
You know, because it's just like
everything's like pulsing.
it's all
and there's
pulsing and
lights
there's like techno music and shit, and like
and
the ghosts are evil.
Yeah. But dude, it's so good.
Those are like turbo
eating
ghosts.
Eating them is like so satisfying.
The whole screen freezes. You know, it's God of War combat. Where
No,
it's like, no.
You don't get like a big like over next button that you have to press when you eat them.
I'm saying like like how when you hit people really hard in God of War, everything froze for a second.
Oh yeah.
So like you're eating the ghost, and you're just like you eat the ghost, and it's like you eat a ghost, and it's like.
And then it's like, you get that great sound that,
Yeah.
and you get 400,
Yeah.
800,
Yeah.
1600. And the best part I love about the game is that you can chain power pellets.
Yeah.
So you get one, you get all the ghosts. If all the ghosts turn into normal ghosts again, and you get it before the time runs out, they turn into ghosts, and your score multiplies.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't say enough good things about this game.
So I didn't buy it yet. Yuzo bought it.
5 minutes
So
after.
I played the demo, and the demo, the only mode they let you play is this weird one where not all the little dots are on the screen. So you just pick up some of them, and as soon as you get them, they move them somewhere else. They move them somewhere else.
The way it works is that the whole play field is split in half. So you have the big, monster box in the middle. You have the same, but when you eat all the dots on one side,
Yeah.
then a fruit appears,
Yeah.
and you eat the fruit, and then it fills the other side.
Yeah.
It's weird, but you do that, and there's no stopping. There's no like, oh, your level's over. Here's
No,
the
it's
little
never
animation.
over. It's never over. It's just you're just fucking like on the edge of your seat the
Yeah.
whole time playing.
There's a time limit, which
Yeah.
I think is kind of weird because with the time limit, I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you use the score or do the best thing to get the highest score possible,
Right.
which is kind of neat.
It's very Asian.
Yeah, very Asian.
Yeah.
Definitely very Asian. But, I've been, like, playing, like, nobody on my friend list has bought it or anything, because I'm, like, kicking everybody's ass.
So I gotta say, that might be because I played it. I played through the demo twice.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is really good. This is a great Pac-Man. This is really fun. And I'm probably not going to buy it. Cause
Really?
I don't think it's going to have any staying power for me.
See, that's the thing. When I play it, I get the same feeling that I get when I play Geometry Wars.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a
You didn't
combination with
you
the
did not
Geometry.
like Geometry Wars.
Exactly.
So
I can see where it's like you can just get in this Pac-Man zone where you're just kind of like just fighting the ghost.
You don't like that, huh? It doesn't get you into...
It doesn't do much for me.
Weird. But Planet Puzzle League does,
Yeah.
sorta?
It feels like there's a little bit more variety than the Pac-Man.
Than, like, dodging ghosts
Yeah.
and doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can totally understand that. But
man, you play for a little while in this, and it's like the longer you do better, those ghosts get madder and madder if you don't die, and like it gets to the point where they're just everywhere, and they're smarter than the old Pac-Man ghosts. Because there was like the old
got an
Pac-Man
AI
ghosts,
upgrade.
I would just run around and be able to get away from them. This one, they're just like gotcha, bitch. It's
Yeah.
like they're
And-
always fucking going like they're like doing pincher moves.
yeah, and you know what's really annoying? Pinky's like different. I'm serious. Even in the instructions, they say, "Watch out for Pinky."
Yeah, he's like
because she'll, I guess, come. Maybe he.
I don't know.
Maybe it's the gay one. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he'll come and he'll find you, and he'll do all sorts of crazy things to you.
Pinky is Sherman marching through the South.
That's right. But wow, dude, I was surprised because I thought it was just going to be another crappy retro title.
Yeah, that's the thing is if you're thinking about doing these retro titles, don't do this horseshit that they've been doing so far, where it's like, oh, let's port it and then put some shitty graphics on either side of it, and that's it, we're done.
And then they actually did a whole entire widescreen version.
Yeah.
They did 5.1 surround sound. I'm like, gobble gobble gobble. What the fuck? I'm like,
no kidding.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't have 5.1 in my office.
Oh, see, there you got to get that, dude.
That's cool. So it looks great. They really revamped the graphics. They actually rethought the entire game mechanics.
The gameplay
This
is
is not
solid.
a port. This is a new Pac-Man
This
game.
is Pac-Man 2.
Yeah.
There was never a Pac-Man 2. There's this Pac-Man, but there was never a Pac-Man 2.
And this is it.
Well, there's like Pac-Mania, Super, or whatever, but
Yeah.
Pac-Man 2 did not exist.
Yep.
And dude, I heard, I guess I was saying dude.
Oh, yeah, shit. We probably... All right.
I said it like 8 times, so I'm gonna take one drink. They had, so it's called Championship Edition.
Yeah.
And Microsoft apparently did some sort of contest.
Yeah.
And guess who they invited to play?
The dude from that thing?
Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell.
The guy with American tie.
Oh, God.
You know?
If you guys remember when
Guy.
we talked about King of Kong, Billy
wow.
Mitchell's this douche.
But he's like famous.
He's very,
he
very
got
famous.
the perfect score in Pac-Man. He's
Which
like
you
a
gotta
god.
give respect for. You guys,
He's good at video games.
Pac-Man, but
He's really good, but he's
watch this
such-
fucking. He's such a douche. Watch the documentary when it comes out.
It'll be hilarious.
So they invited him.
They invited.
Did he
apparently,
play?
He played, and you know what? He got like 8th place or something.
Wow. You know what? Because he's not good at games.
I don't know. He's got a he
Yeah,
has a lot of records,
yeah.
so I
It's
think he's
true.
good at games.
It's
but
true.
He's not good at some guy from Brazil.
Really?
Apparently won.
Wow.
So very impressive.
Very, very, very impressive.
And I expect all of you NooBToobers to go out and get the game if you like Geometry Wars, because I think if you like Geometry Wars, I think you'll like this game.
Yeah.
And then take me out, because nobody has beat my Geometry Wars score yet.
Yeah.
And somebody better beat my Pac-Man score. So I
See, that's the thing is normally Yuzo and I will we'll throw out the Yuzo Iron Gamer. I'm sorry, the YouTube
yeah.
Iron Gamer competition. We'll be like, we'll take you bitches out, and like for the first like week we'll do okay.
Yeah.
And then it's not just like somebody comes along. It's usually like everyone comes along. Like you guys,
And then just
there's
stomps
usually
us
like
into the
half
ground.
of the NooBToobers are better than us at these games. They'll just fucking destroy us.
like what is it? Crackdown? Somebody went and just
Crackdown,
did crazy.
just, a lot of people
Guitar Hero 2?
did. Guitar Hero 2, you guys are awesome.
Oh, kicking our
but
ass.
Geometry Wars is the
Nobody.
only game out there that Yuzo is untouchable. You guys
far.
cannot fucking step.
2.5 million bitches.
Yeah.
Come on, beat me.
Come on.
And I'm going to be setting some major records in Pac-Man, and I want to see somebody beat me.
Take it.
So, come on!
That's right. Iron Gamer.
So, yeah.
Bitches.
So even though you didn't buy it, what
Wait,
do
I
you think?
said bitch.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Gotta love it. You guys are all better drinking too. But
Yeah.
so what do you think? I mean, I give it a huge thumbs up. I think it's an amazing game for $10. It's a great value.
I'm thinking that unless I buy a game on Xbox
Can't
Arcade,
really
I can't
recommend
give it a thumbs up,
All
so I'm
right.
going to say thumbs down.
There you go.
So
you know what games Tobin likes.
Mixed bag.
That's too bad.
Speaking of something that we're going to be unanimous on,
Oh yeah. God.
this next day, like this,
Yeah.
this made me so happy. So Overlord
There's
gave this
joy.
demo.
Yeah. There's just
So this is a demo done perfectly.
How
this
so?
is it's not too long, it's not too short.
yeah. Perfect. It was
They
maybe
give
like
you
20 or 30 minutes of
20 or
gameplay.
30 minutes, they give you this perfect taste of what is available in the game,
Yeah.
and then a taste of what's to come. Where like you can see how this is just going to grow into this amazingly complex.
Exactly.
You're going to be able to summon 50 different kinds of guys that can do different
Yes.
shit.
Actually, only 4, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, well,
But
4.
you
but
start
I
out
mean-
with 1, which is
Right.
a real basic minion. Well, we should talk about the game mechanic.
Right. I'm just saying this demo is like a demo done right. Like it's just top to bottom. It just leaves you wanting more, which is exactly what a demo should do.
Hell yeah.
So what it is?
So what it is?
What it is?
What it is?
Fool.
What it is you are an overlord. You're an evil guy who I guess used to be dead, and he's raised by he's raised by a bunch of minions.
Yeah.
And you have to go take back the town and dominate everybody. You're
Yeah.
like a bad guy. It's awesome. It's kind of like the whole Dungeon Keeper.
Yeah.
You know that whole motif, which I love. I love it a lot, and they did it really well. Art direction,
Really good.
really good.
Very cartoony.
Yeah, kinda
very-
cartoony,
But
which-
it's like high-res cartoony. It's not
Yeah.
cel-shaded cartoony.
And the script and the voice work is good.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would have got annoying, kind of how they were being like, "You're evil. You gotta
Yeah.
go, kill people."
Yeah, but it's really funny. It is.
Yeah.
It ends up being pretty,
Tongue-in-cheek.
very. It's over the top evil, but it's not just stupid. It's just
Yeah.
like,
That
it's-
campy, I think is
Yeah.
the
So you've
feel
got this
that I
little
get.
guy kind of walking you through the tutorial, and it's just like, evil is fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And you go and you grab a bunch of minions. So here's the thing, right? Overlord is basically an evil Pikmin. That's what I'm going to say. Because
Yeah.
you get 4 different types of guys. You don't do much in the game. You have an attack.
Yeah.
You can go hit things, but you work using your minions. You say, "You minions, go push
But you
this
can do
thing
shit
over
like cast fireballs. I mean, it's
Yes.
definitely much
There's some
more
things.
interactive than Pikmin, where
That's
it's just
true.
like you were kind of this overlord.
there." Yeah, but not.
That was retarded. So, but yeah, so you were the god. You were sky mode, and you were kind of directing things. In this one, you are down in the dirt. You're up there, like if there's this really cool mechanic where there's a bunch of guys you have to fight on a hillside, and you can go and send your guys to go fight them.
Yeah.
Or you can cast a fireball, catch the entire hillside on fire, and they all just die
like,
this horrible screaming death.
Like halfling barbecue.
And you can see that there's all this depth in there where did we really explain the game very well? Probably not.
If you don't know Pikmin, you have a level. You either have things blocking your way. You're like, I don't know, like big logs you have to push out of the way. You need a certain number of your minions to do it.
Right.
And the whole point is you want to be able to get in level by having more minions
Right.
to do this. And you know, you
So there's
attack
puzzles
things.
based on, so you get, at the beginning you get 5 minions, and it grows to 10,
Yep.
and then the whole trick is that you're carrying these guys around with you, and they can do stuff. They can kill people for you, they can open doors, they can turn levers, they can go across paths you can't go across,
Yeah.
get stuff. But here's the crazy thing, is they can like break open casks, power themselves up.
Yeah, if they find weapons, they can like use it.
They can-
Oh, the awesome bit is when you like send them after a bunch of pumpkins,
Yeah.
and they go and start beating them up, and they come back and they're wearing pumpkin helmets. It's
That was
so
great.
awesome.
And you can see that there's actually going to be this depth of choice where there's this point where you get up and they say, hey, here's some civilians. You can, A, kill the civilians and get more evil points, which will make you more evil and
Yeah,
powerful.
and dominant,
Or they're like, but there's benefits to leaving these guys alive. And
I didn't really see what the benefits were.
But you can see they're coming.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're going to give you money, they'll do you favors, they'll whatever.
Exactly.
So
I see a lot of great
killed them.
potential. Did you kill him?
yeah,
of
they're
course
like,
you did.
you can maybe kill these guys. I'm like, maybe nothing, motherfucker. Blah! They're like, oh god, no, please,
Definitely know how to make a game.
As
that
I
kills
sit
you.
there, and laugh in my house, I'm like, ah!
So this is a perfect game for Tobin. Absolutely
really
perfect game.
is.
It's a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be great. And it's coming out in a couple of weeks. I think it's going to be
26th of June, I believe.
26th of June.
So 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're very excited. Great
Yeah,
demo.
I might even
I guess
buy
we
it.
can't-
Do you think it might? Is it a buy on
I'm
release?
buying it.
Buy on launch.
I'm buying it.
Buy on launch.
It was that fun.
And give it a try. I mean, it's free. You can give it a try, and we will report on it.
Yeah, if you got a 360, there's no reason not to get this demo. It's a couple hundred megs.
So if you read on our forums, there's some people that were talking about the game. Some people were actually complaining about the camera, but I didn't see the problems with it.
I didn't see any problems with it.
Because the way the
You can
controls-
move it yourself, but I didn't usually have to.
Exactly. Well, the one thing is you do. You have the left control stick, which moves your Overlord.
Yeah.
Your right control stick, which moves the minions.
Yes.
Because normally you would just say, go attack over here, but if they have to follow a path, you can control it with that.
And I
But
can
you
see
have
the
to-
problem with that because there is not a game in the world that your right thumbstick doesn't move the camera.
It's weird. Exactly.
So this is the
But
first
you have
game
to
I've
hold
seen.
down
Yeah.
another key and then use the right,
Yeah.
which is a little
So
weird.
if it's going against your instincts, any game that you play, if you move the right thumbstick, it's going to swing your camera, and you're used to that. We're all used to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So now it's like you move that and it moves your minions, but I didn't mind it at all.
Well, I mean, I was
camera
doing,
is smart.
I was kind of annoyed a little. I'm like, oh, I want to look over here, but then
Yeah.
after a while, you're right. The camera is really smart and it kind of figured out what you need, and I didn't need to do it
Yeah.
anymore.
So I noticed that there's a couple times where the camera would get in the wrong place, and I'd wrestle with it, and I'd wrestle with it,
Yeah.
and then finally what I realized was the camera had paths based on the paths.
Yes.
So if you didn't like where the camera was, if you walked like 2 feet, it would like whoosh, pop around
And figure out the right place.
It would figure out the right place. So
So
all
it's-
you it's just learning how to use the game.
Well, it's very similar to kind of like how God of War was doing. Like God of War had a fixed camera, but all the camera places they chose, whatever we were in the level, it was perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
Here, it's still moving. You have somewhat control, but they did, I think, a pretty good job.
Right,
with it,
right.
So we can keep up with that. I think it's
Thumbs
going to be
up.
awesome. Yes, thumbs up. Buy
Thumbs
at launch.
Next one, Forza Motorsports.
Oh, the last one, Forza Motorsport. This is a racing game, and this would be the cue for Tobin to take a little nap. Oh boy! So this is a racing game. This is kind of one of those Gran Turismo clones. It's a driving simulator. You get to go tune your car. You get to decorate your car. We'll talk about that a little bit later. You get to do all sorts of interesting things to your car, and God, I don't care.
Boy, you make that sound thrilling.
You get to drive real fast.
That's cool. Except it's not.
I love the feature where you get to show the driving lines.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's
you can
really
see
nice.
where you're supposed to be driving.
We
That's
talked
cool.
about that earlier. But let me talk about some of the things because
Dude, what about Sunflower fucking being obsessed with this game?
he made a
Sunflower-
Pokemon car, dude.
Loves this game. He's like making like all these different cars, and
Well,
I
here's-
feel bad talking mad trash because we know a lot of NooBTooBers like these games.
Dude,
but
here's the thing.
I don't
If
feel that bad.
dude, if you like driving games,
Yeah.
you'll love this game. If
Would
you
say
like
before,
Gran Turismo,
it's car porn. If you love cars, this is car pornography.
Well, dude, I was talking about. So when you start the intro, it's the perfect example of what car porn is. When the first thing it just like glides along the side, like you're looking at the curves of something,
Yeah.
but it's a car. And then I'm like, okay, whatever. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to show this Porsche and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then they go to the exhaust. And then they go inside the exhaust. They come back out.
Some guy's just like, yeah, dirty car.
Oh yeah, Porsche. Oh yeah. So that's what it felt like, dude. And I'm like, it's like porn, right? It's like if it does something for you, then it's porn.
Yeah.
Right? It just got to do something for you. And,
Yeah.
and car games have absolutely nothing to. You know what I thought about it? I was like playing, and I was like tuning my car. I'm like, okay, let me just like inflate the tires a bit. me do this. And I'm like, and I start driving, I'm like, I don't notice a fucking difference. But you know what?
What?
If this was like an RPG and like I had armor and I was getting different weapons that had +1 strength,
Yeah.
whatever, right? I would be so enamored with that. I would be so anal about that. I would, like with any MMO, right?
That's true.
If it's freaking orcs
So it's just,
or spells or
if you don't
something.
care about wizards and warriors and shit, but you care about cars, this is your RPG.
Yeah. And like, or like whatever, like with sports, like with Madden, like same thing. I don't care
Tuning your
about the things.
teams and
But you play like, you know, NFL Blitz, you
Yeah.
have a good time.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, so I think that's kind of the big problem we have with it. I don't want to talk too much shit about this game because here's the thing. It's not a game for us. I didn't like it. I bought it. I didn't like it. I thought it was going to be a little bit better, but...
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is, I mean, I can tell it's a fantastic racing game, but racing games are fucking boring.
The racing simulations are boring.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right, 'cause
yeah,
you like
yeah.
Burnout. You like
I like aggressive, battle-oriented racing games where I'm there to mess up other people and beat them to the finish line with cartoony fucking shell attacks and lightning bolts and ghosts and fucking
Red shells.
red shells, you
Yeah.
name it. Like, you know, goddamn. I played Mad Tracks. That game sucked.
Oh, really?
God
I
damn
didn't
it.
even play it yet, dude. So
just-
what is it like, what's the deal
I'm
with
just
it?
saying, how hard is it to like look at Mario Kart and you're like, wow, if I release a racing game, it should be as good as this or better.
Well, you saw what Motor Combat was like.
Motor Combat.
Right.
What a turd.
No, but I mean, so they just didn't get it right. It was just not fun. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's hard. If you look at all
I'm
of the
sure
other,
it's very hard.
Dude, if you look at all the other car
So people
racing
get paid
games,
to do this for a living.
So you have Crash Bandicoot racing, you have Simpsons racing. All of them are crap.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's got to be hard to make a fun one. That's
Yeah.
what I'm guessing. But
I'll give you
Forza
that.
Motorsports, here's a couple of cool things. I think they're doing very innovative things. I think they're doing some really cool ass shit.
Yeah.
All right. They
There's
have
this one part where you raced in a
Dude,
corner.
They have auctions. So get this, all those cool cars you saw where you can modify and you can put pretty much any decal on it. You can get Pokemon. I saw some stupid ass stuff. I saw one with like Barat's face all over the hood.
Can you import your own?
I don't know how they do it. I'm assuming so. I never
Did
did.
somebody
it
make a NooBTooB car?
Somebody did. Which one? Sunflower did.
Nice.
Look at the thread. Look at
All right,
the
I'll
thread.
check
it
that out. That's nice. Good job.
See, that's cool. But
Newbie for you. Newbie for you.
here's the thing: you can make the car. You can like put all your graphics on it and say, put it up for auction. And then inside the game, you go to the auction house, you see hundreds of cars.
Okay, that's awesome.
And you can pay for them, and then, get this, the guy that actually made the car, you can say...
Wait, pay for them with what?
With in-game money.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, you race, you get
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff, right? This awesome feature is that if you make the car, you can put a little lock on it and say you cannot touch it after it's sold.
Whoa.
So you buy the car, you're buying the car, and it's like, okay, you can't do anything, but it's the car that...
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty
Okay,
neat.
so they're putting a lot of thought
Isn't
into this.
that
I mean,
cool, though?
it is very cool.
Some of the social
I don't want to
stuff...
play the game, but that's awesome.
Dude, if they did it on a Burnout and you can do it, then that would be pretty
I
badass.
still
You could
wouldn't
big penis on the front or something.
I don't care. Like,
You don't like that kind of stuff?
No, when I'm playing Burnout, I want to race a car. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care.
Well, I mean, there's got to be some games and customization you actually like. Like, what about the
Nothing.
Mii's? Mii's you like? You
Not
kinda,
really.
No?
I mean, I like that I could make one that looked like me.
But that's it.
And then, people would send me funny ones, but I'm not sitting there tinkering with them. Like, people send me Michael Jackson one, or like a Mario one,
And
or a
you don't
Hitler one. I'm just like, oh, that's clever. But I would never sit down and make a little Hitler me.
So, let's hope not. But no, would you... So you have to make a little Jew.
Make your little psycho-Nazi.
Yeah, exactly. But what about like stuff like Little Big Planet where you can make your own levels and that kind of stuff? Do you think that part of it won't
But that
appeal to you?
affects gameplay. That's what I care about. Is like if you change the levels, sure, that's interesting. But like what your fucking guy like when I play an MMO and it's like customize your guy, I hit random and I hit accept.
Really?
Yes.
You don't even like.
I
making
don't care.
Wow.
I do not care.
But don't you care like if you like get a really fat piece of loot like armor and it makes you look really badass? Does that kind of have any? Nothing.
I care about the numbers.
Really?
Yeah. If the armor makes me stronger, I care. But like if it was
it
just
could look like it could look like it'd be like a burlap sack, and you'd be like, dude, it's got 20 health.
If I found a piece of armor that's just like I like man penis,
but our pink triangle that you'd wear it.
Yeah, it gave me great armor. I'd be like, put that on the character. I don't give a shit.
That's awesome.
What do I care?
Well, there you go. He takes it to extremes. I mean, why not?
I am not the market for customization.
I have to give you a point. I don't think I will ever go into a game, even if it was like with cars. Obviously, I won't do it. But anything, I won't actually go and say, okay, I'm going to go do this because I'll spend time to make the character look like me.
Yeah.
Like I'll make it Asian. Like if they give you that option, right? Like I go into Crackdown, I'm like, okay, black guy, white guy, Mexican guy, Asian guy, woo!
Me!
That's right, me!
Yeah.
Like spiky hair, alright, I'm done. Looks a little more Korean, Japanese, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'll give it what it is. But I'm not going to go change the things, you know what I mean? Like,
The only time I ever used to care about that was there was this guy that I knew back in college that used to get really mad when you played as a girl in a game and beat him. So anytime we played Quake or anything, I would get like the most sultry-looking little girl character, and then I would just fucking kill him and then like stand over his body. It's like, what now, sucker? So that's about as fun. If it makes other people angry, then maybe I will customize it, but I don't care personally.
That's awesome.
So Forza.
Good
job on a game that we don't care about.
Solid.
Yeah.
It felt
If you
good.
like racing games, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, but hey,
we don't like racing games.
like racing games unless they have guns or they're burnout.
Yeah.
Pretty much it. Oh, maybe Motorstorm. I might like that one. Like dirt ones, I enjoy. Like arcadey dirt ones.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. So that would be it, man. We spent a lot of time on 4 games.
I know, seriously.
I think we gotta get
moving on. So,
moving on.
Prince of Persia Classic. We already kind of reviewed this, didn't we? Like,
I think we mentioned it, but I don't know. Just give like the basic details. So we're gonna review it.
It's coming out tonight.
1 a.m. on Wednesday.
1 a.m. on
PST,
Wednesday PST, which is for us tonight. For you guys, it'll probably already be out by the time.
And you better download
see
it right now.
So, I am buying this the second it comes out. We didn't even get a
the
demo.
game, dude.
We didn't get a demo. There's not even like we don't even get to play it. It's just going to come out. Like maybe there's going to be a playable demo. Yeah. That's right,
So all Xbox Live games we'll have.
So we haven't played it yet. But so we watched the videos. It's the old Prince of Persia game, exactly as the old one. Like the level design is the same.
I think they might have even gotten the same levels.
Yeah, I think the levels are the same. It's the same thing where it's a 60-minute game, which is kind of weird. Like you have to rescue the girl in 60 minutes.
Yeah, she's going to be killed or something. I forget what the deal is. Yeah.
I was reading some reviews, and everything I hated about the original game they fixed.
Yeah, so I hated the freaking combat.
I don't know how much we want to talk about it because it's going to.
Let's just say here's all. We're going to play it tonight. We're going to do a full review next week. We love the original. The original was so much fun on the PC. I remember getting my fingers blistered because I'd be like.
And here's the thing: is everything that you didn't like about the original back when you were growing up back in the day, or probably for most of you guys before you were born, young whippersnappers.
Yeah, like 80s.
They fixed it. Apparently we haven't reviewed it.
Stuff like that, yeah.
But all the things that sucked, apparently they've fixed it, and it looks like it's just going to be the greatest goddamn thing ever. So, next week, our review.
Yeah, and if you play the new Prince of Persia, this is where it all kind of came from.
Yeah, but it's nothing like the new Prince of Persia. This is all just 2D.
Yeah, but really good.
Yeah.
So the next game up is Big Brain Academy Wii Degree.
We played this.
Dude, we had the video
this at PAX.
At PAX. So
there's a video. Did we post on YouTube, or is it at the end of one of our PAX things?
No, we should. No, I think it was like over us talking.
Of me just fucking wrecking that dude.
The guy sucked.
So there was this guy at PAX, you could just walk up randomly and grab the Wiimote and play it. And there's this guy about our age, so I can't, he can't say that he was too old or too young or whatever. He walks up and he's just like, yeah, let's
I think he was just too stupid.
So we start just doing the thing, and it's just you can watch because it's competitive puzzle fucking Wii Academy where it's you're both on a road. And there's about 20 puzzles on the road.
I mean, there's a bunch. I think they had a bunch of different modes, right?
Yeah.
But the ones that were available, you definitely had your 2 different things, and you had to basically finish 20 different events at the same before the other time. Right. And the actual mini games all involved with the Wiimote, which is really cool.
Yeah, and they were tough. They weren't. They were challenging. It's not like you get stuck.
No, but the thing is, they were only challenging, and some of them were only challenging because you've never done them before. So you're trying to figure out what to do.
You don't think it's going to age that well?
No. I think they'll make it hard. Just remember how Big Brain Academy got really hard when they put 20 different things on there. But I don't think any of them were really hard. They were just what the hell do I do?
Yeah.
Right. And then you'll get better at it. But the thing is, let's talk about the great feature. Should we talk about it at all? The feature about the Wiimote, Wii Connect.
Yeah.
All right. So the Wii Connect 24 is the greatest feature ever. Yeah. You play the game, you go through your thing, and you can save your essence of brain.
Yes, so it's so you kind of you play through and they're just because before they're how much does your brain weigh?
Yeah.
Fucking 34 pounds.
Yeah.
Something.
Kilograms, whatever. Yeah.
And it's just
I don't know if that's just measuring you against a particular event, wasn't it? I don't remember because this one seems time-based.
You get an overall score though.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the point is
it saves your essence. Yeah, it says okay, this is how you're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you can send it to your buddies, and they're just so then they can play against the ghost of you.
The ghost of your brain. Oh!
So it's just if Yuzo and I had been playing, this is how we would have done.
Well, so you're going to be doing it. You're going to be probably going to get Adrian to do it for you.
Yeah. But the best part,
real fast, and I'm like, wow, Tobin's really good. And I'm like, I can't beat him.
The best part is like, if I beat Yuzo, Yuzo sends me his ghost or whatever, and I'll just call him up like, I totally, beat your ghost.
Yeah, you can't tell. Well, the thing is, you have to prove it by saving your ghost, sending it to me, and I'll be like, whatever.
But then it's not like you get to play against them. It's just playing against their essence.
Yeah, so I mean, like, they kind of use the Wii 24 as much as I guess they could, because I don't know if Nintendo's being really stingy about the API or
I don't know.
Whatever.
It just seems like the Wii is not really designed for live play.
Not yet. They're going to. I mean, the Pokemon's going to do it, and once you've opened the floodgates, you're going to see more. But they didn't really do it with the DS.
It seems like anything that they do is going to have to be low data for some reason. They just seem to be like doing these things where it's like Pokemon will be like turn-based or some shit, where it's just kind of sending little packets.
They got to make it like so you can do. I mean, you can play if you can play any of the DS-based stuff, you should be able to play any of the Wii stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you can play Metroid Prime Hunters as a 3D shooter.
Yeah. I don't get it.
So Nintendo needs to get on the ball and do it right, and I think these guys did a good job.
Stop with the friend codes.
They're not going away.
God damn it. These friend codes are so stupid. Like, you go on Xbox, you get your friend list, and it's just like, so-and-so wants to be your friend. Yes or no? Yes, they're friends.
And so-and-so is playing something. You want to join them? Why not?
That's how it should be. It's not like, oh yeah, hey, Yuzo, let's be friends. Okay, write this down. 47833247555.
Wait, was that 4743?
Yeah.
No.
And then it's just like, oh, cool. What game is that for? Oh, wait, that's Mario? Oh, wait, hold on. I wanted to play against you with fucking this puzzle game. Okay, 983247773.
So for what it's worth, I think the Big Brain Academy guys did something cool. They actually will allow you to get the code from your friends list of the people you've already registered.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's cool.
That's good. So they're making it a little bit easier. It's still fucking stupid.
Yeah, so Nintendo,
because you still had to enter a 16-digit code just to get friends in the first place.
And I haven't done that
How many kids have gotten fucking child molested through Xbox Live? Really? Come on.
2?
Like, yes, to protect the children. Come on.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch more kids on Nintendo.
Whatever.
Maybe, but whatever. It's like absolutely ridiculous.
Whatever.
All right, last game up looks to be a major stinker. Tenchu Z.
Yeah. So I played the demo.
Yeah. So you're gonna play the real game.
This is it's a good lesson.
Listen to what?
How to do a demo wrong. It's probably the least fun demo I've played on Xbox 360.
I've played some pretty least fun demos.
This is unbelievable
because
it's aggressively bad. Where they don't give you any tutorial, any pop-up screens explaining the interface, any like.
Well, don't they at least show up a splash screen which shows like? Really?
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. So you go in, and you're obviously a ninja. You're obviously supposed to sneak. So there's this little meter at the bottom that's just like dark and light.
Dark, yeah. Sure,
and you're just like, okay, I'm sneaking, whatever.
You're being all stealthy? Why not?
And then all of a sudden, numbers show up in the middle of the UI.
For what?
Don't know. So it's just like, I was sitting there walking, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 49, 48, 40, 50. And I was just like, I stopped. I'm like, what the fuck are those numbers? And the numbers stopped.
Yeah.
And I started walking in a different direction. The numbers started going down, and it wasn't related to my fucking bar of light.
So it was different from the light. Maybe it's sound?
I don't know. But if it was sound, it should stop when you stop. But I stopped, and it was still at 50. Oh. So I don't know what it was. But the point is just over and over again, there were several parts in the game where it was just like, I could go buy the game, read the instruction manual, walk through the tutorial, whatever.
That's not the point of the demo. The demo should make you want to play the game.
Compare this to Overlord. It's just perfect.
Well, Overlord's like it pretty much had the whole tutorial level right in the beginning. It's like,
but you're not like skip, shut up.
No, you're like, oh wait, oh fuck, I need to get these minions over here. How do I do that? And the guy says, press A.
Perfect.
Like, oh.
So just these two are night and day. Yeah. And I played through the game, and the game, it was shitty looking.
Dude, they haven't
Combat
made a good
was shitty,
Tenchu
sneaking was
since
shitty.
Tenchu 1.
Yeah, so I will not be playing this game when it comes out.
Did you play any of the Tenchus?
No. Well, they don't want to now.
Well, they kind of started the whole stealth, combat thing. I think this came out before Metal Gear Solid even. It was like one of the first ones, and it was kind of neat.
Yeah.
But they've been resting on their laurels.
Crap.
Alrighty, I think that would be it for games. I think next week looks pretty light.
Yeah, not much, but I will be playing the bejesus out of Prince of Persia. I can tell you that right now.
IGC, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Iron Gamer Challenge.
Iron Gamer Challenge.
Starting at 1 a.m.
Starting tonight, and we're going to get a jump start on you guys because this isn't going to come out till like Thursday. But yeah, so...
Probably $10, I think, right?
Yeah, it's going to be $10. It's definitely $10.
Awesome.
So go get it. It's going to be awesome. So
hey, man, we have a brand new segment, one I've been wanting to introduce for quite some time, and somebody posted on the forum saying, hey, I read about these video game books. What book should I read? And they're talking about Halo and World of Warcraft, and I'm like, why
Nah.
don't you read like video game
Thoughtful
books?
game book.
Exactly. So one of the things I wanted to introduce was the NooBTooB book club. Now
Mm-hmm.
reading like it's for the birds.
Reading is awesome.
Who needs some libraries? But this is video game related. I wanted to make sure.
I don't care if it's not video game related. Reading is good.
Reading is
you
good.
fucking animals.
Unless
Like if you don't.
unless it's fucking dialogue in a JRPG.
Yeah, exactly. Go read a book.
And we're
It
gonna
makes
tell
you smarter.
Exactly. And one of the things I wanted to do was like I've been reading a lot of video games books, and this one I said you need to read this one. Hey, I told you to read this book, and did you like it?
I loved it. I loved it.
So the way it's going to work is going to be very similar to the Retro Gaming Club.
Yeah.
We're going to introduce the book, talk a little bit about it, and then 2 weeks. So you have a week to get the book, a week to read the book.
Right.
In 2 weeks, we'll then talk about it and like do a little thing. And I think it'll be good for the
Yep,
community.
and we'll put it and discuss on the forums.
Yeah, and let us know what you think about this whole segment too.
Yeah.
But the book is Everything Bad is Good for You by Steven Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this like what, can you summarize this book in like a sentence?
No, but I mean the sentence right there is actually pretty good. Where it's like the sentence on the cover says how today's popular culture makes us smarter.
Yeah.
So everyone out there in the media is just talking mad shit about video games make people dumb,
Evil.
TV makes
Absolute
people dumb.
evil.
It's just
Yeah.
bad. It's always like the boob tube, brain
Yes.
rotting, whatever. I don't want to go into this too much because we'll do a full book review, but
exactly.
this is a fantastic book about if you want to argue with people, people start telling you about why do you waste your time with video games? Why do you waste your time with TV? Why do you waste your time
Why
with
do you do this?
movies?
Exactly.
Read this book. It is this incredibly well thought out arguments about why what we're developing in our popular culture is actually sharpens the brain, increases the wit.
And it kind of goes into the entire history of what all of the popular media was before, and how it looks like now, and how basically it's making everybody smarter and justifies why you should do it. So one of the things I wanted to definitely make Tobin sure Tobin read about the book and what you guys should do. If any time you ever felt bad about playing video games, this will make you feel good about it.
Yep.
So
and it really gives you a good basis of argument if you've thought about it, but you've always never really been able to argue back with people that say you're wasting your time with games or whatever.
Exactly.
It just lays it out.
But it makes me feel like my pastime, this passion that I love, is just like it's doing good for me.
Fuck yeah,
and it is.
We're gamers, man.
It is. It's absolutely doing good for us. Check it out. Everything Bad is Good for You. Steven Johnson.
Yep, that is
he's a great writer.
The NooBTooB book club.
Hell yeah, give it a try.
Yep. So go read it. So site news. So the only site news I have is going to be a live banning. So we got a comment on episode 45 by this guy, Mainstream America. I don't know if I should have said his name, but whatever. Fuck that guy. So let me read this review.
Please, word for word.
Word for word. Here's our review.
It was posted to which episode?
On episode 45. If you go there now, you won't be able to find it because he's about to be kick banned. So. Are you guys fucking kidding me? You didn't like Odin Sphere. You people don't know how to review games for shit. And also, how the fuck can you compare this to God of War 2? That's not even in the type of game. Oh, there's a lot of chatter. So what the fuck? It's a platform RPG game sucking the life force out. You never played Onimusha. This game is fucking amazing, and you guys can't review games for fucking shit. Fuck you, Tobin. Fuck you. So,
I love it.
There's a little button right here.
Oh, what's the button say?
It says block user.
Nice.
If you own a channel in YouTube, you get to block users.
So does that mean that any video that you post from now on, they will not be able to comment on it?
He cannot comment on this.
Yes.
So, thanks a lot for the comments. We really appreciated it. Block user. Okay.
Dude, that's censorship, man.
Yeah, you know what? It's our channel. And if you are not a constructive criticism...
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't very constructive. I mean, no,
you're
we do.
An idiot.
But hey, do we appreciate constructive criticism?
Yes.
If I say dude too much, let me know.
Yeah.
And let me know why you don't like it.
We get a lot of comments on YouTube.
Fuck,
dude. We get a lot of comments on YouTube where people are just like, I disagree with your review of this game.
And here's why.
X and Y, and here's why. And we're just like, wow, that's interesting. Somebody commented on our review of Monster Madness. They're like, you guys, the demo was not the retail game.
I know.
I went and bought the retail game, and I loved it. So you know what? Because of that feedback, I was not going to get this game from Blockbuster. Someone listened to our review and thoughtfully responded, and then I'm going to say, okay, you know what? Fair enough. I'm going to go rent that game and then let you know what I think.
And then we'll say, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
But and not only that, but remember like that one guy, Tori, he wrote this huge long essay about Etrian Odyssey saying you were full of crap. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to go check it out now.
Absolutely.
So we are not, set in stone. I mean, if you guys really want to root for your game because you think we gave it a shitty review, let us know. And then if you're convincing enough.
Yep. However, if you're a fuckstick like this guy, then you get banned. Welcome to Not Democracy.
Awesome.
So, so next up, voicemails.
Oh, yeah, dude, we got a few.
Sam Squanch is back. Sam Squanch.
From Canada.
Hey guys, this is Sam Squanch again from Canada. I'm also on the forums, and it is Sam Squanch. It's a mangled pronunciation of the word Sasquatch. It's from a Canadian TV show called Trailer Park Boys.
Sandwich.
So my question to you guys is, what do you think about the future of gaming as like an immersive experience that through the gameplay itself you progress through the story rather than a bunch of 5-10 minute cutscenes? So what do you think of that, and what do you guys, if you have any personal preferences, what would you say would be a good sort of mechanic or gameplay element you'd like to see in games of the near future? Thanks a lot. You guys are great. Love the show. Bye.
So
so game mechanics progressing the story.
We've kind of talked about this. I think he's kind of referring to the whole idea of instead of you get to a certain point and then you can obviously see the game loading some movie and you just watch a bunch of shit happen. It's just the game never stops, right? Like you walk into a room and a guy is like talking to you and that's your cutscene. The engine is so good.
Well, I'd like that.
Yeah.
But I think he was talking about, I guess, other games do it such that they stop all action and then you watch a cutscene.
Yeah.
Or you get a bunch of dialogue trees and stuff like that. I think that is kind of like old school gaming. I think it's going away.
Yeah. Except for, things like Mass Effect still have dialogue trees,
but
it's a
part
very
of the
much
gameplay
more.
Almost?
Well, but it's very interactive. It's not like they have a sentence of text and you have a sentence of text and you just pick one. It's like you're in a conversation.
Yeah.
And they're talking. You can interrupt them. You can be angry or sad.
And you're actually not even saying like, okay, I want to say this. It's like, here's how I feel, or here's the kind of thing I want to direct to it.
So instead of reading it and then having it read back to you, you're saying, I'm pissed. Boom, and they're like, "You motherfucker, give me my money back."
Exactly.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I think that's
still jump. I got to spend money.
Yeah, exactly.
But the other thing,
you got to shoot first underneath the table. Wait, no. Han shot first.
That's right. But so one of the things I think is going to happen a lot more in games is the stuff that Gears of War is doing. So what they're doing is they're making it so that you're playing the game, you're doing your first-person shooter, you're killing a bunch of aliens, you're doing this, you're doing that, and then they say, "There's a yellow button. Hit Y." And it'll force you to look somewhere else, and then something's going on.
Yeah.
You don't have to look.
Right.
But if you do, you get more into the story.
Yeah.
And you also have a lot of the voices coming in over the radio, and you're kind of like, I think it's more natural to the video game experience when you try to have exposition and narrative come to you through events while you're playing the game.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the future.
That is definitely the future, and it's very much of don't stop the game.
Exactly. Because
let us
all
feel
about
like
the
we're
gameplay.
still there.
Yeah.
So if some big event happens, it's just I've seen a couple games do this where one of the things that I can't think of a good game example, but I can tell you moment examples where I've had these moments in games recently, good games, where I'm not stopped from moving. So something big is happening, and even if it's like something important to the plot, they might put you far enough away that you can't walk there in time to stop it.
Yeah.
But you can still move, and it's you're there viewing it as if you're a person, and it's not just like it stops, you see a loading screen, and then like some long movie plays, and it goes back, and you're where you were. It's like this is what's happening in your world, and it's continuity.
Yeah.
You're never pulled out of the game. You're never forced to stop playing.
I think one of the big the things like Half-Life did that really well. Like the original Half-Life. That's kind of the first time I really saw where it's like everything's continuous, you get things happening, and I think we're going to see more of that.
Yeah.
Even Overlord had a little bit of it, where you're just walking, and then, sure, a little text bubble would pop up, but he was following you around. Right. It wasn't like a cutscene.
Yeah, and then you could even see it all the way back to things like System Shock 2, where you would get to these rooms where you'd have a glass window.
Yes.
And then you'd see a plot point happening on the other side, and you're like, oh my god. And it's like you're there, you're like looking through the window.
But you can't do anything.
Some zombie breaks through the wall and kills a doctor,
exactly,
and you can go and look at their diary later or whatever. But it's
and
just
that advanced the story,
I saw that happen.
There was like things you pick up, and you can read, or you don't have to.
You don't have to.
You have a choice. And I think just even having the choice gives you a really good feel that, okay, I'm taking part of something bigger.
It's not everything is linear. You have to look at every fucking clue.
Exactly.
It's just the world. It's like a rich world. It's like today, you and I sitting in this room. We don't have to pick up something and read it. You have a choice.
Exactly. So I think anybody that does the old way is just going to be, we're going to be, knocking him for points. We're going to say he's not going to do your job.
That's how we roll.
But we're running short of time.
Yeah, not that much. So next one is Gem in Slava.
Oh, so this one's the video.
Send in a video.
Dude, this is awesome. People should send more and more videos.
Yes.
Hi NooBTooB, it's Jam and Slaver. I thought I'd try a video voicemail this week. In a previous episode, you said that you really like Edge Magazine, and I have to say I agree with you. Any NooBTooB listeners would do very well to go and pick up a copy because it is very good. This month, they've got an article called Who Dares Wins, about the changing fortunes of Nintendo and how they started off as the top of the pile with the NES, and then as other competitors came in, they started to sort of lose their market edge, and now they're back on top again with the Wii. To summarise the article, the reason they gave for this is that Nintendo started off being more than just a games company. The Famicom was a family computer. It could do other things like run BASIC, and it had a satellite download service and things like that. And the Wii is obviously doing exactly the same thing with things like the news and weather channels. Whereas in the middle, where you had things like the Super NES and N64 and the GameCube, you know, the most powerful games console on Earth at the time, Nintendo was starting to sort of lose their dominance over the market. So my question to you is this. With this new innovative Nintendo, the catering for hardcore gamers, as you might call them, is starting to drop off. We're getting a lot of party games and things like that, and it's bringing a lot of new people in, but at the same time they're sort of moving away from what used to be their core demographic. So my question is, which Nintendo do you prefer? Do you prefer the hardcore pure games playing Nintendo, or do you like this new innovative Nintendo, which is bringing new people into the gaming community? Okay, the Jam and Slaver, I'm out.
Nice. Ooh. That's some meaty content, man.
Yeah.
So Nintendo, do we like the kind of hardcore stuff? Do we like the casual stuff?
So
is that the question?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. So I would say for my personal playing, I much prefer the hardcore stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna eat Mario
we're talking
Galaxy.
Zelda. We're talking Mario Galaxy.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but then the value of the Wii for me is it's a party console.
Yeah, and it actually serves really well as a party console.
Yeah.
When I have a bunch of people over, people love the Wii.
Love it.
They absolutely love it. I have 4 controllers. People go nuts. Break my freaking windows. They do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a good time. And I think that's one of the cool things about the Wii, the fact that it is versatile. I can't turn on my Xbox and say, hey, everybody, let's go play, especially for non-gamers, because there's nothing really there.
Not at all. The only thing I've ever done with my Xbox is I'll put in something like Gears of War, and I'm just like, hey, guys, look how pretty this is. And they're like, wow, that looks great, and they'll try it for a second, and we go back to the party.
Exactly, yeah.
Because it's exclusive. It's a very
there's very few party games. I mean, you can put 4 controllers on it, but there's not many games. There's Fusion Frenzy, right? And that game freaking sucked.
Yeah.
So, the thing I'll do is I'll put in an HD DVD in Planet Earth or something like that, and people are like, oh, in HD. But and same thing with the PS2.
Yep. So, I mean, our answer is kind of a solid answer in that we're saying both, but. I definitely think that there's.
I think it's.
Well,
strong...
I just hate when people ask an either or question. People are like, "Well, both." It's like on a scale of 1 to 10. What do you think? It's an 11.
Which do you like better out of those two?
I think for the Wii, for me, it's going to be the casual games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because even the strong games, there's not enough. I think that's the big problem. There's not enough. There's Zelda, and I played that halfway through maybe, and there's. Yeah. What else?
Yeah. So for what it is, the new Nintendo I think is superior because it is what it is. But you would never have that be the only console in your house.
Hell no.
Right. This is a casual console.
If you're a gamer, you need at least a 360, a PS2, or a PS3 or something, right? So. Yeah. All right. What do you got next?
Next one is Sonic Dude.
What's this all about?
What's going on, guys? It's Sonic Dude from the forums. Now, before I start my question, let me get every listener up to speed. A few weeks ago, probably about a month or two ago, on the forums, there was a picture floating around of Tobin from whatever type of website, and he looked like a wannabe cool guy. And that was only by searching Google. So I searched Google for some web results, and I found out that Tobin has a quite big interest in toothbrush heads. If you check on Google, he has an Amazon account, also known as the Intergalactic Bounty Hunter, where 3 pages full he reviews toothbrush heads. And it's not even like he gives them well put out. He just copy and pastes most of it and adds like a sentence or two at the end of each different one. And then at the end he talks about one game. So, Tobin, what the fuck is that all about?
So what the fuck is that about?
It's my
toothbrush
fetish.
Heads? Oh, ew.
I like to just buy toothbrush heads and just kind of like just like lay down, like roll around. And I take pictures of my girlfriend naked, just holding toothbrush, just brushing her teeth. She's like, "Oh, baby."
But why does it have to be the rotary ones instead of just like cutting off the ends?
It's very specialized.
It's gotta be more expensive.
I love it. It's mechanical.
But not even like connected in like, or just like disconnected, just kind of buying all the refills.
All right. The boring real story.
There's no boring real story.
5 years ago, I was very confused about like the 20 different kinds of heads for my toothbrush, and I researched it. I wrote a review. I copy and pasted into a bunch of different toothbrushes, and now that's the only. I should just delete them.
Why did you cut and paste them though?
Well, because it's the same toothbrushes. Like, what would I write different?
Why do you? So you can tell everybody, oh, don't buy this one.
Well, because it's like there's like this is so boring.
This is stupid.
It doesn't matter.
I think the whole point of the story is
the point is like 5 years ago I wrote a whole bunch of goddamn reviews. So there's a bunch of reviews for like toothbrush heads, and then there's one review for why Spyro sucks. Like there's one Spyro game that sucks. But
he was young.
I was young.
Maybe
I should delete them.
He was impressionable.
Yeah.
And
my Amazon rank went way up.
Well, I'm sure it did.
Like my reviewer rank is actually shockingly high.
I'm
like the 10,000th highest Amazon
Holy
user.
crap! Well, there can't be that many great, amazing.
There's like 300,000 people.
Whoa! Just from cutting and pasting one review.
Because people say they're helpful. Because I wrote them because they're fucking helpful. People always rate them helpful. Damn it!
Gotta love Amazon,
All right,
man.
yeah. So fuck you. So next one, Keyran Solo.
That's right. This is a video.
So yeah, he did a little bit of editing.
Yeah, he did
last week's show.
Yeah, he did the week before that too. With me saying like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
That one?
So here's a new editing video by Keyran Solo.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Taking little snippets of embarrassing content.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. All right, so let's get going. We got a couple of minutes left.
Our listener homework this week is: what is the hardest boss battle you ever had? It doesn't have to be the best; it just has to be the hardest. So it could be frustrating, it could be really fun, it could be very glorious to destroy him. But what's the hardest boss battles? Tell us about them on the forums.
That's right, and we'll talk about it next episode when we got some more time. Retro Gaming Club is Mercenaries.
Yes.
Same as last week. Go give it a try. It's on Xbox and PS2.
Yes, absolutely.
I haven't tried it yet, but next week is looking really light, so I think I'll go grab a copy.
I think so. And that is it. Come discuss the episode on the forums and the listener homework. And that is our show for the week, sir. Check out our website at NooBTooB.com and participate on our forums by clicking the big-ass forum link right up in there. Also call into our voicemail, like these guys that called in this week, by 888-233-8480, and send an audio or video file to feedback@NooBTooB.com to be featured in the show.
All right, and also be sure to subscribe to our audio and video podcast right up the front page. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure you click the big orange button called subscribe right over here, and give us 5 stars. We need 100 ratings for the next episode. Do it!
We got 98.
We got 98 this time. We're on 100, so go click it right now. Right on Tobin's junk. And we also have a MySpace profile called NooBTooB, so add us as friends and we'll get right to it.
Word.
All right, I think that's it for this episode. I am Yuzo Watanabe.
And I am Tobin Kazire, and audio engineering for NooBTooB is done by Range Punky Brewster Strunk. Bitch. And thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next week. We're out.
See ya.
I said bitch. Oh.
For real. Okay, how's the mic set up here?
Well, what?
Look about good. Look about good. Hello, hello. 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 All right. Breathing. Heavy breathing. Nice.